Signs your spouse is suicidal. A spouse's suicide is one of the most devastating events in a marriage. While it's practically hard to know whether your spouse is ready to kill themselves, there are a few hazy signals that may help you identify if they've reached their breaking point. Depression. This is the most common indication of suicide and the most common cause of it. Author Alex Lickerman says that by the time a spouse considers taking his or her own life, their melancholy will have progressed to a point where they believe that there is no way out of the predicament they find themselves in. Self-loathing and a scream for aid that goes ignored. In many cases, a suicidal person loses both the cognitive and subconscious instinct of self-preservation. Will be replaced with self-loathing, humiliation, and self-destruction. A suicidal individual, on the other hand, would have made a desperate plea for aid. In most cases, persons like this don't intend to die. The people around them even go out of their way to alert others to the fact that something is off in their personal lives. Some of these ways, like eating poison or taking huge quantities of a medicine, are thought to be safe yet end up killing, he explains. The response to your complaints. Responses are a critical factor, according to Lisa Firestone of Conquer Your Critical Inner Voice, the author of the book. Dr. Chris Hart, a psychologist, argues that seeing someone on the verge of taking their own life might be tough. However, only a small percentage of individuals will take their own lives on the spur of the moment. Triggers will have gone off in the majority of situations. A suicidal person will seem quite normal to the naked eye, says the author. It will seem as if their lives are going well. High spirits appear out of nowhere. If your spouse is on the verge of taking his or her own life, you may not notice this indication. According to Ms. Firestone, a person who has chosen to terminate their life might become calmer, more relaxed, and even more content. Because they think they've discovered the right remedy to their agony. Susan Gacheru, a Nakuru-based family therapist, adds that this is why others in the immediate vicinity would claim that they had no suspicion. Talking about one's suicidal thoughts. If a person has tried suicide in the past but received no psychiatric support or treatment, there is a probability that they may do so again. Untreated prior suicide behavior, according to Dr. Louise Miller, a mental health professional and author of Psychological First Aid. Dr. Miller also advises not dismissing someone who claims to be capable of taking their own life, particularly a kid.